Good morning, 9 a.m., February 27th, 2023 on a Tuesday. Wow, okay, let's go. Okay, I got audio confirmation and I'm unmuting desktop audio. So speaker bot can be hoid. And let's start with channel comments. Medina Cliff, regarding the Surface Pro 8 NVMe upgrade, Blue Screen of Death Solutions, says installed yesterday in my Surface Pro 8, reduced power settings. Now I'm going to assume what he installed yesterday was perhaps the NVMe drive that was showing in the thumbnail of that. Not sure. Okay, John, I have no idea why you said that. Channel comments. Yeah, okay. And then let's go turn off those notices that you just saw come in so they don't come up again. Turn off there, that one, and that one, and that one, and that one. Yeah, you didn't see what I was doing there. Okay, continuing. Reduced power settings, kept freezing, did not work. Also tried the Western Digital Gen 4 1 terabyte, no good. That one kept crashing during operating system install. Well, thanks for sharing, Medina. I'm not sure if you're asking for assistance, but myself in the chat room would be happy to help if you want to come into one of the live streams. We do this Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific time, and then Saturdays at 11 a.m. We'd enjoy trying to help you with resolving that issue. I think we have some questions because it's not quite clear. When is it freezing? The computer is starting up, operates for a while. There's a lot of things that we can talk about. So if you'd like to come and talk with us about it, we are here for that. I'll send him a timestamp after the show is over with. Chris Garrett says, Doug, you do not have to mute to clear your throat or to cough or clear your throat. Well, I know this typo's there. We know what it sounds like. We all do it. Well, Chris, it's just a matter of courtesy. I'm still going to do that. Yeah, all right. And you know what? I don't have anything to clue me up about. Chris Garrett was having a problem with his Zoom update, so we're going to get into that. Be sure to remind me of that if I don't go back to it after I finish the emails. Gary Holzman comment. Awesome. Likes or dislikes are for the viewer, not the content creator. Agreed. Just the same as liking or disliking a Netflix show or Spotify song. Don't quite agree so much with that because of all of the algorithm stuff that YouTube has. I got somebody at the front door. Yeah, I'm going to take it. Hold on a moment. Yeah, okay, I knew I needed to talk to them. They're here to spray my olive tree to prevent it from producing fruit. Turns out they have to cancel because the wind's too strong. So let's see. Yeah, all the extra algorithm stuff that YouTube has, Netflix does not do that. Netflix can't even understand that. I've already watched that movie. Why do you keep suggesting it to me? But yeah, it's more for the viewer than the content creator. Of course, some content creators get too wrapped up in it and it troubles them. So the algorithm can suggest content based on viewers' personal likes or dislikes of similar content, no different than any other platform that requests likes or dislikes regarding content. Now, let me point out something else about likes and dislikes being for the viewer. There's a technique that I have used sometimes. Here, I'm just going to a normal YouTube landing page. Come up here to the 3-bar menu. Oh, I got it This is zoomed out. Okay, three bar menu. There it is. There's the menu I want. And then come down here to show more, expand that, and then here's liked videos. So you can see what you have liked. And I have used that to be able to flag a video that I want to be able to find and come back to later, because I can come and find it in here. Now, there is no rhyme or reason as to what I click like and don't click like on. So there's some crazy things as I look through that earlier today. But anyway, that's something I think a lot of people don't realize, that you can go see a list of what you have liked. And this is showing all of them. You can click on just videos or just shorts to see them that way. And then over here, an interesting thing I saw, liked videos, Live Windows Training, 184 videos that I've liked, no views. Well, what does that mean? And this is the thing that bothers me a little bit about what YouTube does, quote, for us, unquote, is it doesn't really explain. I think what this means is that I have not gone through and viewed my liked videos from this screen. I'm not sure if that's what it means, because I can play all or I can shuffle. So if I start playing them all, does this start showing how many that I've watched that way? I don't know. And I can download videos and then show unavailable videos. Oh yeah, because videos that are no longer available, see up here, unavailable videos are hidden if they've been taken down. So show unavailable videos. I haven't even tried that. Will it actually show them to me? Unavailable videos will be hidden during playback. That didn't change at all. So I don't know what's up with that. Oh, we could go on and on for a long time about likes and dislikes and what it does for you. And now here's one of the things, I'll go ahead and show this. If I go over here to YouTube Studio, and then I want to point out how much the algorithm does. YouTube does not put in all this stuff in the algorithm for us. They do it for them so that they can better figure out what they think people will watch and what they're going to try to get you hooked on. They've got all this algorithm stuff. If we go here to see more, look at all this stuff they got in here. When I come in, there's all these categories up here, but then you can come down here and look at more metrics, and they got all this stuff, all these metrics that they keep track of. Just about anything you could imagine that, oh, I'll bet if they paid attention to this or that, that they could figure out more about what people would like. And they experiment with those algorithms. They change them, move them around, and then they look at their statistics to see if they've done a better job at getting people to watch more videos and watch longer amount of time. One of the categories that I haven't seen how they track it in here, and I don't know for certain, I can't prove that they do it, but it just seems to make a whole lot of sense to me, is that if they can track, certainly they know when you come to YouTube, what's the first video that you watch? And are you coming to YouTube because you need to see that particular video? Maybe you didn't see it during the live stream, or maybe you know the content creator has produced a video, and so YouTube sees that, oh wow, every time we give them a notification about that video, that person may not come right away, but they do come to YouTube and they watch that first, meaning that one is important. So that is a video that they want to, or a content creator that they want to try to get other people to be hooked on, because they see once that person comes and watches that video, because they gotta see it, then they stay for a while and watch more videos. YouTube has got to be paying attention to that. I don't know where it is in all of that algorithm statistics, but I bet it's there somewhere. All right, so then let's go on to, where was I at? Thank you for the comment, Carrie Holzman. Do I reply to Carrie Holzman and give him a link to the time in this video when I replied to him? I think I will. Yeah, okay. Feels not quite the same as somebody else who is a first timer around here. See, I wouldn't need to do a timestamp for Chris because he's typically around. Now, I need to get back to Chris's thing about his Zoom updates. So let me know in chat. Did you get that figured out, Chris? I'm just taking a quick look. I don't see Chris in chat. Now, let's come over to emails. Oh, Tim Cruz. Look, I've told you He says I can't comment. Please help me. He's got another channel that he can't talk in the chat room. You have to make a comment on a video, not send me an email. That doesn't work. You got to comment on a video so that I can see it. See, the way that works, if I come up here to help for review, and that's where it happens, where people ask, let's see, and I don't know, is this, oh, that's Tim. Okay, there he is. He did do it he did do it yesterday after I told him to do it that way. So then what I do is I approve the comment here, and then that puts it back over here on the publish side. And then I have to come here to the 3-dot menu and always approve comments from this user. So now Tim will be able to comment from that channel. Let's see, here's another, no, this is the one that I just, yeah, I did talk about that. The other one from Chris Garrett that I already thumbed up and did a heart, he's no longer here because I did the thumbs up and the heart. After I refresh the screen, it's no longer going to be there. But now I see, have I been negligent to come back here and look at things? Telnet has not come by default in Windows for over 10 years. Any run-of-the-mill tech can install it if needed, but there are plenty of free tools to check ports. Yeah, but you can Telnet, let's see, appwiz.cpl. I haven't tried it. I don't know if I've tried it in Windows 11. Turn Windows features on or off, and then come down here. And yeah, Telnet's here. It is included. It comes with Windows. It's just not on. It's not active by default. So I'll give Pepe a reply. It has not come by default. Okay, yeah. So he says, yeah, not by default. That makes sense. That looks like a not altogether company. Servers using DHCP fine, but no DHCP reservations, relying on old unsupported operating systems and software. Let's see, pervasive ODBC client interface firewall parts. What were we talking about there? Oh, BusinessWorks. Well, they don't have an IT department. This is a small business environment. They don't have all their P's and Q's all together. I avoid such a customer unless I can take fully over and revamp, document everything. Well, all right, good luck making a successful business out of that. I don't agree with that strategy at all. And PC Man says, very interesting. That was what, February 17th, 10 days ago. Oh, let's see, I need to approve that comment. And then this one, approve that one. Mara, LOL, you're so kind, Doug. I spend hours of thumbnails. I have my own method for creating thumbnails and have to match whatever theme I come up with for whatever the product may be. The image, colors, backgrounds, frames, fonts, graphics, titles are calculated and adjusted to work. Some are better than others, of course. Oh, the Dragon's Breath thumbnail has been edited. It's way better now. I know I've already approved her. So I think I've been negligent not coming into there and looking at things. Let's see if I got that right. So here, should always approve comments from this user. I know I've already done that. I don't get that. All right. And then always approve from this user and always approve from this user. Get that pop-up out of my way. Come on. And come over here carefully and always approve. And I'll go reply to some of those with timestamps. There we go. We got that one. Approved user. All right, now come over to emails. Oh, that all came off of Tim Cruz's email. Brian Lightfoot sent me this email. You might be interested in this. This is a video of his, and I did go watch it. Well done, Brian. And he actually used my a piece of sort of a, not really a promotion, but yes, a promotion where he put in live Windows training with DougBetts in his demonstration of doing different things. Thank you, Brian, and you are fully authorized to use my name and channel in any way that you care to in your videos. Okay, so that's all of that. Now, I need to get on to Chris Garrett's issue with Zoom. He reported last night on the Ken Stout live show that he was unable to update Zoom. So I thought I would try to recreate the symptom here, and I notice I have a different symptom with Zoom that he did not report, but maybe he does have that. My Zoom is a little bit behind. He reported, as I understand it, that he used the icon in the system tray or notification area, whatever you want to call it. He right-click on it and choose check for updates, and it would start to do it, and it would just stop and not finish it. So I haven't tried it yet. I did not test this. I did test a couple other things that I'll move on to after I try this. Check for updates. Excuse me, update available, and there's an install button. So it's when he clicked install that it just ceased and didn't do anything. So I'm going to see if I can reproduce that symptom. There, I'm waiting, looking at my other screens. Is anything happening? Here's Zoom Updater, installing updates. Do not close this window. So kind of looks like it's going to go. I didn't hear him report that the graph started running like this, but this is what it should look like. Now, when it finishes this update, I'm going to check to see if the symptom that I discovered this morning is still present. And there, it looks like Zoom just reappeared here. So it looks like it did get the update. I haven't clicked anything. All of this has been happening on its own. Then I come over here to the profile icon, choose help, choose about Zoom. And yeah, that's the newer version. So I did get that. Now, here's the symptom that I saw this morning on my computer is when I close. Well, let's go look first to see how I'm configured. If I go to settings, this button, when closed, minimize the window to the notification area instead of taskbar. So if I put a check mark here, then it should minimize the window down to the notification area where we see it now down here at the bottom. I'm moving my mouse down here at the bottom where that ZM icon is. If I close Zoom, I don't have that check mark. So I expect it to close completely. Now let me point out something else. Here's the taskbar. The taskbar was Zoom, and you see that green bar under it, indicating that it is open. Now, if I close this, see Zoom down here at the bottom? It still has a bar below it. If I float the mouse over it, it still shows this thumbnail image, indicating it's still there, and it's still in the notification area or system tray, whatever you want to call it. Now, if I come over here and right-click on this icon and close window, will it close? That should close it, right? No, it does not. In fact, it shows a bigger bar under the Zoom, under that icon. It will not close. If I come over here to this icon in the system tray, right-click and choose exit, what do we think is going to happen? Let's see. And it did go away. This morning it did not. Before I did today's update, it did not go away. So that's all kind of weird. I'll go relaunch it. My normal way of relaunching is hit the Windows key and type Zoom. Coming up. Here it is. And I'm going to go check and see if that... Now, actually, when
last time I used Zoom on my MacBook.
I don't have any problems. Last time I used Zoom on my... Well, thanks for interrupting me with that comment, Bobby. No, that's not a good way to use SpeakerBot. If you keep doing that, I'm going to ban you from SpeakerBot. When closed, minimize window to the notification area instead of the taskbar. When I first checked on this morning, that check mark was present. And then I discovered this symptom. I took that off and found that I could not get it to close. See here, if I come back in here and choose sign out, even that didn't work right for me. Well, I've probably gone down that road far enough. This closing should close Zoom. Over here, exit, and that does it. All right, enough of that. Enough of that. I'll go to something else. I think I've covered all the topics I wanted to cover. So let's go look at chat. Pop out chat. Bobby, if everybody were to chime in and tell me they weren't having problems with Zoom, what kind of show would this be? No, so no, that's not helpful. Carl, hello to you. Alice, hello. John Williams, don't worry, be happy. That was the trailer before the show today. I understand Ken Stout is having trailers now. Oh, I need to go see. I'll go see if he has a trailer playing. let's see. I got to stop it from playing. Well, he said he's not going to be doing music. So let's go see if Ken Stout's show is triggered. Nope, he hasn't programmed it yet. Oh, is there anything for me to give a redirect to? Let's go look at that. Customization, come down to redirects, videos from other channels. Carrie has a show. So Carrie's show is today, 12 o'clock. So yes, we'll do a redirect to that. Awesome. Now, get to chat. Martin Hogg, Selden Ball with the weather report, channel comments. I guess he said later that he was just testing. There's some new things in here. Okay, here's the test for any of you. Go ahead and test this within the next 10 seconds. Exclamation mark Y, exclamation mark N, exclamation mark C. Those are the new things. Don't type anything after them. It will be totally ignored, because that's a way for you to answer an immediate yes or an immediate no to something that I have asked for a response to. And if you've typed in a longer chat message and you've been kind to not force me to listen to the whole thing, then you can do an exclamation mark C right after it, and I'll go read it.
No way.
Whoa, that's interesting.
Yes, affirmative?
Yes, affirmative. I think that was probably from Selden Ball. When
Read
Zavim,
chat, please.
And then, yeah, read chat, please, came from Selden Ball. Zvi Manor did a exclamation mark N and exclamation mark Y on the same line. And I don't think that came through. I did not hear it. I don't know what that's going to cause happen. You only should do one on each line. So anyway, just additional effort to introduce those to you. Ran Israel. John was just testing SpeakerBot. Okay. And let's see. It would be useful to like, if you're just testing it, just say something like just testing. That would help me, because I figured when you say channel comments, you're trying to communicate something to me, and I'm struggling because I'm a Doug, struggling trying to figure out, what do you mean? Why are you saying that to me? Alice, Big Bird at the door, Elmo, I don't know where that was. So you don't want olives. No, I don't want olives. Oh, they make a mess. Are you kidding? On the walk coming up to my front door? No. Oh, that's why some of that was, Big Bird. That's when I had the doorbell, I guess. Alice loves olives. Doug, just a matter of interest, I clicked on like and total went up by 1, then clicked dislike and total dropped by like. Yes, that'll happen, because when you click dislike, it automatically removes your like. You can't have both a like and a dislike recorded at the same time on one video. It's think of it like a toggle switch. I prefer them in oily form, nice with pasta, see, I caught that. Rand didn't catch that. I caught that typo without any hesitation whatsoever. Not was. Yeah, thumbs up from Rand Israel. Lawn Dog, I'd be here a little late because power outages in the area, because delays for business like getting my breakfast, but I am here now. We are so happy. Nick Poverman, my gym manager just got fired recently. He just wasn't working out. Bobby says, hey, Doug. Hey, Bobby. John Williams, I have my cousin's iMac and I'm doing some updates to it, and her Zoom would not update either. Ah, okay. Cousin's iMac doing some, her Zoom would not update either. Okay, so my suggestions, if you're having a Zoom that won't update, is get it exited off of your system tray, go into Task Manager, in Task there, restart the computer, try it there. Let's see, what else? You could do let's see, he says on an iMac computer, if you could restart it without any of the other background software launching, maybe that's a solution. If you have any ad blockers or if you have any third-party antivirus running, turn those off. And if all else fails, then uninstall it and reinstall it. And that's probably going to be quicker than any of these different ways of doing it, because I don't think it takes long to uninstall or reinstall Zoom. Doug, the Zoom installation problem sounded like what happens when files and folders are blocked in Windows Security. The installation process starts and then crashes. It cancels when it can't access. Yes, and I think you said that on Ken's show last night. Let's go into that in Windows security. Am I going to be able to find this quickly? Device security, I think, is where that's at. No. It's at the place where account protection, firewall network, app and browser, device protection history. I don't think so. No, it's where you can lock down your basically profile files. Protection is allow threats, manage settings. It might be in here. Real-time protection. Here, controlled folder access.
And settings.
Yes, protected folders and settings. Isn't it controlled folder access? Controlled folder access. If you have this turned on, turn that off and see if that solves that problem. Protected folders in settings. Protected folders in settings. Let's go back here from Ran Israel. Protected folders in settings. Yes, that's the one. Oh, so you're saying that I already got it. Okay. Then we'll move on. Yeah, that could be an issue. And I have had that turned on and found that I had problems with programs that were trying to modify files in that area. Now, where was I at? Yeah, there. Might be his Zoom update window have been hidden behind other Oh, you know what? The reason why I wanted to show about how Zoom doesn't actually exit properly is I wanted to point out that Zoom does a lot of updates and they don't always get it right. There can be interactions with other software on where some computers have troubles. So you may just be at a point where you have to uninstall and reinstall. Might his Zoom update window have been hidden behind other open windows? That sometimes happens with updaters. Absolutely. So Chris, that means that you want to do your Alt-Tab and see if there's a hidden window. But I've even had times when there's a window back there that doesn't show up in this list. So then what you do is go minimize all of your open and active windows, and then you might find a user account control prompt or something else that is visible in it, and you weren't seeing it. So definitely good idea, Selden. Lawn Dog files and folders that it needs to get into, he needs to turn that off, which is really weird. I had a similar problem. The safety feature is getting in the way, and if you turn it off, then technically by scary standards that Microsoft is imposing a person is at risk. Probably meant implying a person is at risk. Yeah, because Microsoft is just putting in control so that programs can't do things in those certain files. And if you're trying to do something with a program that you want to allow, you have to know to go back and turn that off. And that's why those protected files are not protected by default. That feature is not turned on by default. If you go turn it on, you need to pay attention and remember that if you have any trouble with a program not operating right, you need to go and turn that off. Or I think there's probably an exception. Are there exceptions that you can put in for that feature? Let's see, it was in here, right? And then virus and protection, threat, ransomware, virus and protect, was it in here? See, I can't even remember that short. Yeah, controlled folder access. Can you let certain programs through? Turn it on, view files. So I just turned it on. Protected folders, allow an app through controlled folder access. That's what you'd have to do, is turn this on and come into here to allow a particular app to be able to get through. Then you can click on this. I don't know if you were seeing that user account control that I had to click on. You might have had a glitch in the video. Add an allowed app. Recently blocked apps. So here you could see what apps have been recently blocked. That's good, so that you don't actually have to turn it off. Just come in here and let it tell you what has recently been blocked, and then you can allow it through. Never been down that road. If you turn it off to, yeah, read that already. Don't have any problems last time I used Zoom. Come on, Bobby. No. Don't give me SpeakerBot for a comment like that. Winter mute. Can right-click on taskbar and click Quit Zoom. Yes, but when I did that before the update, that did not work. It did not close. And I recorded it. I put OBS on recording so I could record that and I could show it to you. And then I said, okay, how about I restart the computer and see what happens? So I restarted the computer without first ending the recording. So that recording is now not accessible. I think there might be a way to fix it. Alice, I just updated my Zoom. It was okay. It always Teams, which gives me issues. It's always Teams, which gives me issues. I now have Teams Classic on my PC. Not sure why the name changed. Any ideas? Yeah, I suspect that Teams comes with Windows now. Or no, is it with Windows or with Microsoft 365? No, Microsoft 365 is where we want Teams. I think Teams is coming with basic Windows and Classic on my PC. Classic sounds like maybe the old user interface. I'm not sure why you're seeing that. Maybe send me a screenshot of that. I'm assuming that on the title bar it says Teams Classic. It sounds like that would be a older user interface.
Built into Windows 11.
Oh, Wintermute's got a link here. Built into Windows 11. So it's built into Windows 11, not Windows 10? I thought I've seen it on Windows 10. But those might be Microsoft 365 computers, so I'm not sure. Switch to the new Microsoft Teams. Generally available, new Teams public preview, features and enhancements. Switch to the new Teams experience. Fastest versions, rebuilt from the ground up. Is it just a menu option? You can switch between apps, calls faster. Start using the new Teams down here to get started using the new. Flip the toggle next to Try New Teams in the upper left corner of the Classic Teams app. Oh, here they're showing Try the New Teams. So this would be on Classic Teams. If she's not seeing that now, if she's already tried it and then went back, it might give the name Classic Teams. I don't know. Maybe. The testing of those things. Carrie says, oh, thank you, Doug. Oh, you're welcome, Carrie. Nice to see you. Thanks for saying hello in chat. People saying hello to Carrie. Search protected folders and settings. My Zoom update is messed up again. I have to use Zoom Clean, then reinstall from Microsoft Store. Well, you can install from the Microsoft Store, or you can just install from what? Wait a minute. Did he say Teams? No, Zoom. Yeah, you can install from the Zoom website, the download center for Zoom apps and Zoom plugins. You can download the desktop client from here. If you go to the Windows Store, there's the experience a little bit different. Checker needs to be online. Looks like you're not. Well, I saw it. It was showing last time I did the Alt Tab. It was showing there. I went into the store earlier today. Why on earth would it not be coming up now? Now it comes up. There you go. Zoom. There's Zoom and Zoom Meeting. Either way, here's Zoom One platform to connect, so you can try installing it from here. Should be the same version. It's showing that it's installed already. I don't think I installed it from the store. I think you're going to get the same thing either way you go. This is showing version 5.17. Let's go see if, I think that's what I just upgraded to, right? And that's how I determined this morning that I wasn't up to date, because I went and looked at that version number and I was behind. Yeah, 5.17. 5.17.10 actually. Yeah, that's 10. Okay, continuing.
I don't install anything from the Microsoft Store unless I have no other choice.
Yeah, Jim. Yeah, I agree, Jim. I'd prefer not to install from the store. I'm not sure what defense I can give for that, but I'm kind of, yeah, I'm on board with that. Protected folders feature, haha, it's an interesting thing that maybe you can share with us what you believe it is used for. Oh, well, it's used to prevent programs from modifying, from viruses and adware. But a lot of software needs to make changes in those particular folders, so that's why it's not on by default. If you want to really have your computer locked down, or maybe if you got an end user that you don't want them installing any software anyway, you don't want them doing their own updates, you could turn that on to deeper protect their computer. So like if they call one of those phone numbers and they get one of those scammers connected to the computer, the scammers will be able to do less disastrous thing, but they're still going to talk the person into sending them gift cards or whatever. If the person was naive enough to call the phone number, there's a significant probability they'll still fall for the scam. I will let her do the update when I return to her computer. I'm guessing it would require a password. That was John. John, what was the previous conversation about? Looking at John's other comments. My cousin's iMac doing some updates, and her Zoom would not update. I will let her do the update when I return to a computer. I'm guessing it would require a password. Also look for hidden windows on the Mac. Not certain if that's a thing. If I right-click the Zoom icon on the system tray, there is not an option to update. Now that is on, this is Nick. That would be on a Windows computer. So you right-click Zoom in the system tray, and there's no check for updates. That's interesting. What version are you on currently? Let us know what version you're on. Maybe that's a feature that came through with one of their updates to have a right-click capability. Does it block program installations? It does. It will block a program installation that's trying to modify files in that area. I understand why it does, but why have this feature if it causes installation problems? Well, that's why Microsoft doesn't turn it on by default. They have the feature so that if you want to clamp down more secure on your computer, you can do so. It doesn't cause installation problems as long as you are intelligent about it, as long as you know that you might have to allow specific programs through it. So it's a way to tighten up your security, and if you're going to do that, you have to pay attention to know that you might have to allow some programs through. That's why, to allow you to have a tighter security computer. The consumer versions of Zoom and Chrome, possibly others, install themselves into the app data folder instead of program files, hence the collision with controlled folder access. Yes, app data would be one of the protected folders that get more tightly protected when you turn that feature on, that security feature on. Oh, they are like Microsoft. They do not always get updates right. Yeah, there you go. Long Doug. So, Doug, thanks for the discussion about files and folders. I commonly find that function turned on instead of off by default. Really? I have not come across that. This is something I'm going to have to keep an eye on, but I do understand the ability to lock away folder access. Okay, so I'm going to skip through a little bit. Teams Classic. Al is saying hello to Carrie. Only Zoom Clean and reinstalling from Microsoft Store works. Only Zoom Clean and reinstalling from the Microsoft Store. So you're saying you tried installing from the website and it won't work? That's curious. Yeah, send me a video. I'd love to have that. Please, 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 please. Look forward to that. Okay, I'm going to read through these more closely after ending the show, but it is time to get out of here. Hasta la vista. Goodbye. Adios, baby. And click the button. Have a great day. Bye.